Guys, just a little forward before we get started with this episode. I made a Twitter-specific Twitter account. A Twitter-specific Twitter account. That's, what is it, the most redundant thing in the entire world? I made a specific Twitter account for this podcast. It's at insanely_chill. So follow that if you want updates from the podcast and ever. I'm like using it. It's more chill than my normal account. You know what I'm saying? I'm like fucking replying to people. I'm going to use it to answer questions and whatever, and updates on like where the episodes are and stuff. You know, for example, if I don't get the weekend edition out on the weekend, which happened now for the past few weeks, I will update you on the Twitter account. So go ahead and follow that if that interests you at all. If it doesn't, then enjoy the rest of this episode. What's up, party people? Ugh, that was bad. What's up, everyone? It's Cody Co here. Welcome back to Insanely Chill. I want to start this episode by addressing something from last episode. Now, if you watch this on YouTube, I got some comments the last episode of people, and now this is going to be very frustrating for the people who only listen to it. And I appreciate you guys very much. But sorry, this little comment is for the people who watch on YouTube. I got some comments, people saying that I was looking at my computer a lot, and someone. I swear to God, I got like 10 comments that said, dude, don't script your podcast. I see you looking at your computer. Which at first, I was like a little bit pissed at those comments because I was like, I don't fucking script this. I don't script this. No, this is off the cuff. You know, this comes from the Dome piece, and I wouldn't know. This is just me, you know? That's what it's supposed to be. Insanely chill. It's just whatever stupid thoughts, you know, are sailing through my head, which, trust me, there's a lot of space in there for thoughts to just sail through. Not a lot of shit going on up here, you know, just the occasional thought. How would I, you know, so I was a little bit mad, you know? And then I was just like confused because I was like, how in the fuck would I script out a 45-minute long podcast? How would that even? Why would anyone ever do that? That's like a speech. That's like a presidential speech. It's like a fucking TED Talk. If I were doing that every week, writing out, you think that would take me a week every week to write out a 45-minute long speech and then rehearse it and then read it? No, I look at my computer because I look at how long I'm recording, and then I look at I got like just little notes on there just from shit that happens to me during the week because, I mean, you guys know I have the worst memory ever. And so if I don't do that, I'll just forget what happened to me the past week, and I'll end up talking about my living room chairs or my shitty rug in the living room, which I hate. And so, you know what? I'm not going to get started on the rug because you guys don't want to hear about the rug. You want to hear about what happened to me during the week. Maybe. I don't know what you want to hear. But actually, you know what I want? You know what I know you guys want to hear, which I got a million tweets and questions about, was now this is the most coveted question I've received after last week's episode. The most asked question was, how did Taco Tuesday go? Now, I'm going to answer that for you guys. It went well. Yup, it did. It went well. It went very well, I would say. I would go as far as to say it went very well. Like I said, I cleared my schedule. Okay, for people who I guess are listening for the first time ever, I was tasked with hosting Taco Tuesday last week, which, as you know, and which I found out, is a weekly holiday in all of the states. I thought it was just in California, but no, that's in all of the United States and probably Canada too. And you know what? Maybe Mexico, although I feel like in Mexico, every day is Taco Tuesday. Mexico, where every day is Taco Tuesday. That's the new tourism board slogan. Anyway, so I was tasked with hosting Taco Tuesday last week, and I took it very seriously, okay? There's people coming over, people I wanted to impress, not really actually at all, just one person in particular, a girl, right? Wanted to I just, you know, you know what it was? You know what it fucking was? My friend texted the group and said that he doubted my hosting abilities. Now, as soon as he did that, it was fucking on. It was on. I was like, oh no. When I take something seriously, I take it seriously. I do it. And so I cleared my schedule for that day. I went to the grocery store, bought all the shit. I started cooking like 2 hours earlier. Started prepping. Prepping? Not a word. Prepping. That's preparing and prepping together, which I know is very redundant, but I feel like you should start using that. Prepping. No, that's pre-prepping actually. That's the prep before the prep. That's like the I guess, a prep step would be like dicing the onions and putting it in the bowl and sticking it in the fridge, right? Or it's like, I don't know, marinating chicken. I guess the prep would be finding the chicken marinade recipe, perhaps. Going to the grocery store. Those are all prepping steps. So I prepped for a few hours. And then when everyone finally got there, and Marcus, my roommate, helped me out a lot, obviously. But we killed it. We fucking killed it. Oh, we made tacos. Of course. No, I went and bought a thing of Coronas, so that was good. We had limes. We made fajita mix, like what you get at fucking Chipotle. We made shrimp. We made beef. We bought all the stuff. Sour cream, all the best ingredients. The ones that you don't always see at every Taco Tuesday. Guacamoles. I made my own guacamoles. I did. And it was decent, I gotta say. Not the best. Could have done with a little more lime, perhaps, maybe a little more salt. But you know what? It's a learning experience, and I think I proved my friend wrong. My shitty friend who called me out in front of the group and doubted my hosting abilities. And the icing on the cake is that this motherfucker texted the group today. So this is the thing. Now, this is this is easily the longest anyone's talked about Taco Tuesday. It has to be. And this is probably the most anyone's thought about it, or this is the most seriously anyone's ever taken it. Taco restaurants don't even take it this seriously. Mexico doesn't even take it this seriously. But 3 weeks ago, the girls were the ones to host. We were like, let's do it a weekly thing. Last week, I host, right? Okay, so now it's this motherfucker who called me out in front of the whole group. Now it's his turn to host. Guess what he does? Guess what text we got this morning? Hey, I don't think I'm still I don't know, some fucking bullshit, I don't know. I'm still recovering from the weekend and I can't do Taco Tuesday tonight. Oh, you can't? Oh, no, dude, that's cool. No, totally understand how you can be the biggest piece of shit in the world, call me out for your doubting my hosting abilities, call me out in front of the whole group because you doubt my hosting abilities, and then I fucking kill it. Like I said, did I mention what I made? Fajita mix, beef, shrimp. I had bought refried beans, but I forgot to make those. So those are still sitting in my pantry, but it's the thought that counts. Black beans, which I also forgot to make, so those are also still sitting. Didn't have any beans, basically is what I'm trying to say, but I had the intention of making beans. Fajita mix, already mentioned that. Cheese, chips, homemade guac, already mentioned that. I kill it. Did I mention I got Coronas? Oh, with lime. Thank you very much. Killed it. Absolutely killed this dinner. Taco Tuesday, hosted by myself, and Marcus. Killed it, right? Just want to reiterate that a couple more times. I killed it. Now, what did Adam do? No, I just called him out in front of the whole fucking... I wasn't going to say his name, but fuck it. I'm not editing this. I don't have enough time. What does this motherfucker do? He cancels on the morning of Taco Tuesday. Not even on Margarita Monday. I'm talking Taco Tuesday. He wakes up. Hey guys, I'm gonna be... Cancels. Be a bigger piece of shit. I dare you. It's on now. Now the pressure's on. I feel bad for him now, honestly, because now next week, I'm expecting really good things. And I'm going to update you guys again next week with how it goes down. I mean, I'm expecting gourmet shit. I'm talking, when I was in San Diego for the MTV thing, I went to my buddy's barbecue, and he is a really good cook. And this motherfucker, and now I say motherfucker in an endearing way, right? With Adam, I meant it in a bad way. Adam is a piece of shit. This guy that I went to his barbecue, he made fucking, not carnitas, that's pork, but steak, carne asada on the fucking grill, sliced it up, and served that damn shit. It was amazing. And so that's not what I'm fully expecting from Adam next week. The pressure's on, dude. The pressure's on. I already did the homemade guacamoles. I already did the sour cream. I already did the beans, although I forgot to make the beans. But it was the thought that counts, right? This motherfucker better come up with some grilled fish or some crazy shit. You better flambe. You better make, I don't know, fucking make bread pudding, even though that's not even related to, not even the same genre of food, but I love bread pudding, and so I'm fully expecting that because this motherfucker called me out on the morning of Taco Tuesday. Called me out in front of the group and then canceled. Piece of shit. Don't ever fuck me over on Taco Tuesday. Guys, I gotta pause real quick. My roommate is coming back, and he just texted me and said he has to take a shower. So I'm gonna take a brief pause, and we will resume in about 15 minutes, or how long it takes him to shower. All right, sorry, we're back. My roommate just left, and my other one might be coming back, to be honest. So, you know what? If Marcus comes back while I'm recording this, we'll fucking throw him on the pod. Why not? It's been too long since he's been on it. What was I talking about before? I was talking about Taco Tuesday and how much my friend, that motherfucker, this dude cooking up carne asada. Now, I know I've talked about Taco Tuesday a little bit too much, but this meat was so good, man. And this guy just fucking killed it. I feel like Adam next week, he's got to show up, you know? He's got to fucking impress me. If I had a sports analogy right there, I would have used it, but I don't know anything about sports. So I feel like he's got to be like, I'm just going to make one up. He's got to be like, you know, Jed Ferguson in the fourth quarter. Come through with that fucking three-pointer and just win over the Dallas Jetpacks. You know when he boofed up that three-er and he smoked it and they just won over the Dallas Jetpacks. Remember that? God, what a wonderful moment in sports history. So I feel like Adam next week better come through. That was the sports analogy, of course, but he better come through in that same vein for Taco Tuesday next week. I'm expecting big things. This barbecue was kind of funny though. That I went to in San Diego was my buddy and the guy who's a really good cook. And I was standing there talking to him, just catching up or whatever. And he was like, I was like, what do you got planned for the weekend? And he was like, my girlfriend is, it's my birthday. So my girlfriend's surprising me. She's taking me out somewhere. I don't know where she's taking me at, but I'm really excited. Yeah, it's crazy, because, I'm 30. And I was like, whoa, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm 30. And I was like, what? Dude, you're 30? He's like, yeah, dude, I'm 30. I was like, what, you're 30? He's like, yeah, dude, I'm 30. And my girlfriend's surprising me. She's going to take me out somewhere, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really good time. And I was like, you're 30? He's like, yeah, and which might not seem that weird, but I'm gonna be turning 27 later this year, and I kind of just assume everyone else that I know is 27, because I feel like when you're 23 and you meet a 25, 26-year-old, it's still like you're in your early to mid 20s, and everyone's kind of just lumps you in with that age group. I feel like there's a bigger difference between 26 and 30 and 27 and 30. Maybe not, but it's just weird hearing that 3 there. I was like, you're 30? He's like, yeah, dude, I'm 30. You know, when you're a teen and you turn 20, it's like a great thing. And I'm not saying it's a great thing to turn 30. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Whatever, it's still 3.5 years away. But I'm looking forward to it. But I was like, what? You're 30? Something about it. I was like, you're 30? He's like, yeah, dude, I'm 30. By the way, having your girlfriend surprise you with a weekend away where you don't know where you're going is the most 30 thing ever. That's the most 30-year-old birthday celebration thing to do. When you're 22, the most birthday celebration thing to do is you do a big group dinner at like a super boozy like taco place. You have a big Mexican dinner, and then you go out afterwards and get super fucked up. When you're 30, your girlfriend surprises you with a weekend away at like a spa or resort, and you just spend your 30th with her. I think that's super 30. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've yet to turn 30. But once I do, all you guys can be like, wait, you're 30? And I'd be like, yeah, dude. I'm 30. Crazy. Anyways, I want to okay. Now, a lot of you guys know I talk about Love Island, or I have been talking about it a lot, right? It's a reality show in Britain that I got turned on to when I was in London about a month ago. So I started watching it, and I got addicted to it, hopelessly addicted. In fact, this shit is on every night, and it is an hour long. And so far, I'm about 32, 33 episodes in, which means I've watched 33 hours of this show in the past month. That's almost a full day and a half I've spent watching this show in the past month, which is super sad, maybe a little bit worrisome. Right? Like that's a long time to spend watching a TV show. So I've dedicated a fair amount of my life to this. Okay, now the season finale was on the other day, right? I'm behind. I'm about 30 episodes behind. I think there's a total of 65 episodes, something like that, something fucking crazy. I think it was on for a couple months, about a month behind. And I woke up one morning and I got all these tweets that were like, hey, are you excited about the season finale of Love Island? Are you excited? It's on today. And I was like, I didn't know that, but I'm excited for you because I won't be watching it. And I will not be indulging in any sort of I'm not going to be I'm not going to be searching the results, or I'm not going to be going on any of the, characters' Instagrams or anything, because I want to avoid ruining this for myself. I've dedicated a day and a half almost of my life watching this house full of people try to fuck each other. 32 hours, 33 hours, whatever. The last thing I want to do at this point is ruin the show for myself, because I still got another 35 hours that I fully plan on watching. Maybe not in the same pace. Maybe I'll try to pace myself a little bit, because watching, it's just sad how much I've been watching this fucking show. But I fully intend to keep watching them try to fuck each other until the very end, in which I'll watch the season finale, and I will be genuinely surprised by who wins, I'm guessing. However, that's how I thought it was going to go down. Guess how it went down? Got all these tweets of people saying, are you pumped? In which I was like, whatever. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not even going to talk about it. Right when it happened, right when the results were revealed, I'm sure, I opened my DMs, as I normally do, because I like hearing from you guys, and I like responding to what you got to say sometimes on the podcast or whatever. The very first fucking DM, the very top one, was from this girl, and she said, now I'm going to be the bigger man here, and I'm not going to ruin the show for you, because she did that for me. The very first DM was, oh my God, how do you feel about blank and blank winning Love Island? Come on. Come the fuck on. And I was so mad. I was so mad. Could you imagine that? This isn't like your average show, okay? This isn't fucking someone ruins Survivor for you, and you're like, oh my God, I've been watching once a week for a month, and you ruined it. I'm so sad. This is I've been 32 hours I've dedicated to this fucking show. That's so long. You can fucking fly around the world in that amount of time. Not that, I mean, that's it's kind of a bad analogy. I should just stick to my made up sports analogies, but it's a long, long time. 36 hours, you could potentially learn a basic amount of a language in that amount of hours. And this chick just decided to fucking ruin it for me. And I know she knew I wasn't done. I know it. I know she was waiting there by her fucking keyboard. She was waiting with her stupid fingers just to type as soon as it happened. Oh my God, how do you feel about blank and blank winning? Boom, sent. And then she just sat back and just smirked. Because she knew man, I'm getting pissed off just talking about it. I cursed her out. I did. I was like, fuck you. I was like, fuck you. And I told one of my friends, I texted her and I was like, because we've been watching Love Island. And so she texted me, or I let her know. I was like, yo, some girl just fucking ruined it for me. And she was like, no way. And I was like, I cursed her out. And she was like, no, you shouldn't have done that. Maybe she was just trying to talk to you or something. And I sent her the screenshot of what this girl said. And she go, oh yeah, she deserved it. She knew. There was no way she didn't know. I know you're probably watching this right now. You know, I want you to know I'm pissed. I'm pissed. You're the type of person that bails on the morning of Taco Tuesday. That's who you are. No, maybe I'm being mean, but fuck you. I hate that I know who wins. I don't even know if I want to watch the show anymore. I'm going to. I know I'm going to, but God, you just dedicate your life to something, to building, a house of cards, and someone comes in and just blows on it and it fucking falls down in front of your face. There. How was that for an analogy? Getting better. We one time we had a Devin and I, my other roommate Devin and I, we used to have this service that we worked on. It was a website that we wrote. It's called Hey, and you could send greeting cards from this website for $5. You can buy a greeting card and you could ship it anywhere in the entire world. And all of them had basically a very short phrase on the inside. On the outside, it would just say "Hey" in small typewriter font, and then you flip it open and they would say "Fuck you," period, and that's it. Super minimal and really, really funny, we thought. And it worked out really well. We wrote this service while we were living in Australia, and you could go on it. And again, for $5, you could just enter in whatever you wanted to say up to a certain amount of characters, or you could choose from the list of sayings that we had pre-written, and you could have it sent anywhere in the world. And one of the phrases that we chose was Snape kills Dumbledore, which is what happens in Harry Potter. I'm sorry if you haven't read it. I really, really am. But at this point, it's like, how the fuck have you not read Harry Potter? Come on. I know I said I would be the bigger man and not ruin Love Island, and I just went on this 6-minute rant about how much I hate this chick who ruined it for me. But if you haven't read Harry Potter, who are you? Where have you been? Where have you been? What are you reading? It's Harry Potter. That's like a staple. Yeah, I'm pretty sure schools are assigning people to read that as part of the curriculum nowadays. Anyway, so that was one of the phrases that was on there. So you could send, if you knew someone hadn't read Harry Potter, you could send them a greeting card in the mail that would say "Hey," and then you would open it up and it says "Snape kills Dumbledore." Probably because we're big pieces of shit too, I guess, aren't we all? Again, I'm everything I make fun of. I just make fun of this girl for ruining, and I wrote a service that you literally can ruin a show in the mail, in the mail. You imagine getting a package, you're all pumped. Maybe your friend, maybe it's this chick from who ruined Love Island for me probably has used this. Maybe it's from her. You're friends with her. She knows that you're reading Harry Potter right now and how much you're enjoying it. And you're constantly texting her, oh my God, I love when Harry did this, and Hermione and Ron, or whatever the fuck other characters, the ginger one. And she's texting you. She's like, she's texting your friend, I love this series so much. And her friend, this piece of shit, she knows that our service exists. So she buys a greeting card. And this girl, this Harry Potter girl, she's even reading the book when the mailman comes, and she can hear the mailman. And she, gee, the mailman. Wonder what's in the mail, what he's brought for me today. She puts down the book, sticks the bookmark in, puts down the book, goes outside, opens, gets a letter. Oh, gee, it's from my friend, Sarah Jimplestone. Whatever. She opens it. She's like, oh, I got a letter. Opens it up, takes the letter out, says, hey. She's like, hey. Opens it up. Snape kills Dumbledore. Oh. Awful. Awful. That's what this chick did to me with Love Island. Such a shame. Also, I wanted to talk about this series that I was in. So last October, I quit my job last October. I was a software engineer for a long time, as a lot of you know. And then I quit my job because I was doing well enough with YouTube and acting and everything. Well, I wasn't technically doing enough, but I was like, I was ambitious. And I was like, let's do this. Let's fucking do it. Let's take a chance. So on the day that I got my new visa that would enable me to do acting and stuff full time, I got a role in this series, and it was called The Boonies. And The Boonies is about high school treasure hunters. It's basically about one of their friends gets killed, and he records a whole bunch of videos before he dies, where he gets them on this big goose chase trying to find this treasure. That's what it's all about. And so the whole series happens over the course of, I forget, like a day or something. And we shot that in October, and it took us about 2 weeks to shoot, and it was amazing. My first time on set, first time I had a real acting gig or whatever. And it just came out, the first episode. It's on go90.com, which, is an ad-supported website similar to YouTube, I guess. Go90.com. And you can watch the first episode on there. And so I highly recommend you do that. I haven't watched it yet because honestly, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm good in it, and I don't want to. I'm worried. But I'm sure the series will be good, and you guys should check it out if you've got a moment. I think the episodes are about 9 or 10 minutes each. And so the very first one is out, and I think they're going to come out weekly. So go ahead and give that a watch if you want, and let me know, what you think. Or if you didn't like it, just don't let me know, because it was my first performance ever, and I'm a little bit self-conscious about it. So, but I'm just being honest, What else has been up? The last video I posted was the one about Cole Brandt and how much I hated his wedding video and all this stuff. Cole Brandt is this, I described this in the last one, but he's this guy. He's married to this woman named Sav, who has a daughter, and they're all very religious. And so he tweets about Jesus all the time, and their content is just very cringy. I explained it all in the last episode, so I made a video about them that now has 300,000 views or something, where I'm basically making fun of their content. And I was kind of worried that he'd see it because he follows me, and alas, he did indeed see it. And they commented on it. I forget what they commented. I want to actually look it up. Because I think they were kind of good sports about it. I'm going to look it up here. 1 second. Oh my God, YouTube. I hit 30 million views on my channel. So big ups to you guys for watching me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't find it because I'm searching Cole and Sav, and it's just a whole bunch of comments that say those two words. But anyways, I couldn't find the comment. But it said something like, watching this made us cry or something, but like in a good way because those were the comments that I was making fun of on their video. So I thought it was I think that's what they were going for. I thought it was kind of funny. But so shout out to Cole for not taking that too much to heart. I tried my best to not make it too mean, but just know I do hate your content. I'm kidding. Not really. So what's up? What else is new with me? I was in Chicago this week, and that was for my friend Devin's launch party. He started this company called Book Cameo. Or it's actually just called Cameo, but the website is bookcameo.com. Basically, you can book video shoutouts from people. And they were launching an app. And so they had a whole bunch of people fly in, and we all went to Chicago. And as you know, I think Chicago fucks. And I can confirm that it fucks. It's the best city. The weather's kind of shitty. Well, no, it was beautiful and sunny while we were there, but it's just almost, it's too hot. I hate the heat. I complain about this fucking apartment being so hot all the time. I just hate the heat. I hate sweating. I hate being too hot. I would way rather be too cold. Way rather that. I would rather be so goddamn cold I have to wear ski pants to sleep. I would way rather that than sweating all night because there's just no escaping it. There's no escaping it. You just feel like you're in fucking, it's just the worst. So Chicago gets a little bit hot sometimes, which is like the one thing, and I guess a little bit cold too, but whatever. It's a beautiful fucking city, absolutely strikingly beautiful, and it's just so much fun. We were there, Thursday night we got there, we went to my buddy owns this bar in Lincoln, I don't know, maybe Lincoln, some neighborhood called Lincoln or something. And we went to this bar. We had a good time. Went to the next bar when ours was shutting down. And that one was like almost just opening. And there was just like a shit ton of Irish people there for whatever reason. Like all Irish students. Literally, there was like 200 Irish students there, all like studying abroad in Chicago for whatever reason. I guess it's kind of a Irish city, but it was so funny. We were like pretending we were Irish. We'd go up and be like, oh, Seamus McGonagall. Which I know if you're Irish right now, you're probably very insulted by that. But we actually ended up convincing some of them that we were Irish, I think. Pretty sure. Maybe this is drunk confidence. But so we were there for a while just talking Irish to these Irish people, to their faces. And then the next day we went to a yacht party the next day, which is like a nice bougie cocktail thing, where we were drinking and having a good time, just pretending to be bougie on a yacht. And we sailed out, I guess, and you could see the whole Chicago skyline on Lake Michigan, which is just fucking beautiful. You don't really think of Chicago as a yacht city. I mean, if you're from the East, I don't know, right? You just don't. You don't think like the very last day we were on this boat. Shout out to Ellison. It's a sunglass company. It's our friend's sunglass company called Ellison. Great glasses. You should absolutely check them out. And so we are Ellison, I think is the Instagram. And Ellison, if you just Google it, I'm sure you'll find it. Great sunglasses. But anyways, this guy has this boat. And so on the very last day we were there, this is a different party from the yacht party before. Which I realize now was the douchiest thing I've ever said. This is a different yacht. This is a yacht 2 days later. Sorry, just dual yacht parties. I understand the confusion here. When you're going to different yacht parties in one weekend, it can get confusing talking about them to people who don't go to yacht parties. As I'm assuming you don't. Me, personally, I go to 2 of them in one weekend. Dual yacht parties. So the second yacht party, this boat was a little bit smaller, whatever. Still a great boat. We took it out. And we went to this place called the Party Pit, or no, fucking jeez, what it was called? The Playpen. That's what it was called. Oh, that's one of the only times I've actually remembered something on this podcast while I'm trying to remember it. So we went to this place called the Playpen, which is an area of Lake Michigan where there's a beautiful view of the city, and all of these boats and yachts just dock together and have this gigantic party on the water. It was fucking insane. It's like the ideal thing. It felt like yacht. It felt like what people talk about yacht week being like, which is something you always think of as being foreign. It's in Croatia, right? People say, "Oh yeah, you got to go to yacht week." It's where all these boats line up in this beautiful area and they dock up together, and people go from boat to boat, and it's just a gigantic floating boat party. You think when people say that, you think, "Oh yeah, that makes sense that that's all the way in Croatia," because I'm probably never going to experience that, and it's probably going on somewhere, but that's something that's unattainable, right? Because it just sounds too fucking good to be true. A boat, right? A giant floating boat party where people are going boat to boat. That's awesome. I've been to Seafair in Seattle, which is kind of the same thing, but you just don't really think of Chicago being in a city where that happens. And so we take this boat out, and I don't know really what I was expecting, but we get to the playpen where we were like docking up, and we dock up next to this yacht, and about 3 yachts over, it's like a 3-floor yacht, and on the very top yacht, the top floor, I'm losing my mind. Top floor, there's a stripper pole, and there's strippers dancing on the pole. Ooh. Come on. I was like, I am in heaven. And this is the best day of my entire life. And it was. It was perfect in every way. We were partying, obviously. It was awesome. It was awesome. So Chicago. If you didn't think that happens in Chicago, that shit happens. If you get the chance, go to the playpen in Chicago and have a floating boat party. You won't regret it. I'm sure you probably know, but and then the pizza and the food in Chicago. We had you know what we did? You know what we fucking did? We went to Oh my God. We went to Rainforest Cafe, which is the best place on earth besides the playpen, which I was just talking about that. This is the best place on land. This is the best restaurant that's themed as a rainforest, is what I'm trying to say. You guys know, Rainforest Cafe fucking owns. Oh, it's so sick. It's so much fun. You go there and everything's fucking all themed up. There's a thunderstorm in the middle of your meal. And you're like, this is crazy. It's raining, there's thunder, and I'm outside, basically. I'm inside, but it's themed like it's outside. And I'm eating these whatever chicken poppers. And all of a sudden, there's a thunderstorm. It feels like I'm really in the damn rainforest, which is so much fun. And then we got a $15 cocktail, I did at least, and it comes with the glass. So dope. So, I ended up leaving the glass in Chicago, but dope. What other place you go where you order a drink and you get to keep the glass? And we went to Portillo's, which is like a Chicago classic place that I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. Just so bomb. And then, of course, we went to Lou Malnati's, which I talked about this last time. That was like one of my main goals, and we had it. Deep dish Lou Malnati's pizza. Now, deep dish pizza. It's like pizza, but it's deeper, which is like the best. Anything good, you make it deeper, and it just is better. Which I guess is probably a little bit sexual, but... Oh man! And then I ate at the Hancock Tower, which was this gigantic tower. It's like so high. We ate on the 95th floor. Oh, it's so high. I was actually like getting a little bit like vertigo up there. Eating my meal, just looking out on the city, being like, oh my God, we're so high. I feel like you're about to go fucking skydiving, and all you're doing is just eating a salmon salad. It's crazy. It's just so high. So high. So that we did that, and then I had some fucking fancy-ass popcorn that you get in Chicago. It's called caramel and cheese together, which who the fuck thought of that? Give them a damn medal. Caramel and cheese together? You wouldn't think it goes, but it's like... it's like chicken and waffles. It goes perfectly well. Perfectly well. Smashed a bag of that on the plane home. Watched the new Star Wars on the plane home, which is so good. It was just a good weekend, A lot of good things happened. No, seriously, Rogue One, the new Star Wars movie. It's not really that new anymore, but really, I haven't seen it. Really, really good. I was actually like, I watched it on the plane, and so I didn't have internet access or anything. I feel like nowadays I watch movies and I'm just like, I pull out my phone every 10 minutes, and so I kind of like lose the plot and everything. I'm just kind of like looking at the moving images, being like, like explosions or whatever, being like, cool, that movie was kind of good. But this time I was like, no, I'm really going to invest myself in the plot of this movie and learn what's really going on and follow the plot and the characters and everything. And I did. And it was awesome. I got really, really... It's just funny, right before you watch a movie like that, at least for me, it's like, I don't know, this isn't really my thing. I'm not really that much of a Star Wars fan. I don't really fuck with fantasy that much. And then after, you're like, I'm so happy I watched that. I'm so into Star Wars. Speaking of movies, I saw that the Emoji Movie is getting a lot of hate. Like I saw like some tweets about it getting like really low reviews or something. I actually haven't seen I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen if the reviews are actually good or bad or not, but I just saw some hate for it. I've seen a lot of hate for it. People being like, the Emoji Movie? How does that exist? What the fuck? Where are we as a society that we're making a movie about emojis? What the fuck? Now, if you know me well enough, you know TJ Miller is my favorite comedian, and he's in the Emoji Movie. And so he's talked about it before. And I got to be honest, I've been guilty of that thought a few times where I'm like, why are they making a movie about emojis? But I was thinking about it, and I was like, how the fuck is it different from any other cartoon? They're just animated characters that are doing their thing, right? I'm assuming they speak and they interact and I don't know. I haven't seen the preview either, so I guess I'm really not qualified to talk about this at all. But I was just like, how is this movie getting so much hate? Emojis are a huge part of our life. We all use them every fucking day. Why would we not want to see them animated, come to life, talking to other people and whatever? We use them in that way. We use them to express ourselves when we don't want to use words. Why wouldn't we want to see them alive and doing the same thing? Why is it getting so much fucking hate? I don't know. It's weird. It's like we look at it, we're just like, oh my God, technology. What fucking, we're going to do a movie about emojis, these little tiny little smiley pictures? That's preposterous. It's like, what's less preposterous? Doing a movie about talking penguins? Or fucking, I don't know. There are more absurd ones, aren't there? There are. There totally are. What's a more absurd one that came? I don't really know. Monsters, Inc. That's just stuffed animal. Or Toy Story. What the fuck? I mean, I know I'm listing like literally the most classic animated movies ever, but Toy Story is a movie about your toys that talk. No, I don't think the Emoji Movie should get that much hate. But just watch it just absolutely flop and me just be totally wrong, which I think is probably the case. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I got to go to Montana tomorrow, so I got to, I don't want to travel anymore. I really don't. But my parents are in Montana, and they're like, we'd love to see you. And I was like, you know what? I haven't seen you in a long time. I should come to see you. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to Montana tomorrow till Saturday, so maybe I'll have some stuff to talk about. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to chill out and edit and work on some stuff and do some hikes and have a little wholesome weekend. So I'm going to be doing that. Enjoy the rest of your week, but keep in mind it is only Wednesday, so you still got the week ahead of you. But you know what? Kill it. Go out there and fucking kill it. And I challenge you to something. You should host Taco Tuesday next week. I want to hear about how hosting Taco Tuesday for you guys was. I want to hear about it. Maybe that should be a thing. Maybe we should talk about Taco Tuesday every Wednesday and how it went. Maybe we'll do like a 5-minute little thing on how it went for you, how it went for me, and what goes on Tuesdays. Because honestly, Tuesdays suck ass, and so we need to make them a little bit better. Let's do that together. Host Taco Tuesdays. Call your friends. Be like, hey, I'm hosting Taco Tuesday. Y'all should come over. I'm going to whip up some beef. Maybe even some bread pudding, but probably don't do that because Adam should do that, but don't you do that. Anyways, follow the podcast on Twitter, insanely_chill. Oh fuck, I haven't even looked at the DMs or anything. Oh man, I feel bad. I'll do that next time. I'm just so tired. I'm going to get to that next week. If you have a question or something, I'm going to go through the DMs and the mentions and stuff like that, and I'm going to answer some of your questions. So tweet at me, follow the account. Donate to Patreon if you would like to support the podcast, so I can fucking get a studio and not film this while my roommate is showering. Patreon.com/CodyCo. You can book me on Cameo if you want me to say happy birthday to your iguana. Book cameo.com/CodyCo. Or follow me on Instagram. It's @CodyCo. And give this a review. The list is just getting longer of the things I'm promoting. So I'm going to peace out now. Love you guys. Do I...